There is a group of people living amongst us who walk like us, talk like us, and act like us, but they say they are different. They don't believe in the United States, and they say they're independent from our country's government.
Well, are they smart? Are they crazy? Are they dangerous? Fox 8's Mish Carr has this report on sovereign citizens. You can decide for yourself.
We're all born sovereigns. We're all born free.
The idea of sovereignty is there's no jurisdiction, there's nothing above me.
They've decided to check out from federal and state laws.
Realism, true facts never get in the way of this movement.
The word sovereign means possessing supreme or ultimate power. Those that declare themselves sovereign believe only in their own authority, and getting into the movement begins with a tangible declaration.
I, James Ronald DePegg's family, am a natural, freeborn sovereign without subjects.
Jim Peggs is one of about 300,000 Americans the FBI classifies as sovereign citizens, though Peggs doesn't like that term because citizen means subject of.
I am not in any jurisdiction, for I'm not a subject status.
He doesn't pay taxes. He believes our paper money is worthless. The only laws he observes are those he agrees to follow, discarding those he says aren't legitimate.
No such laws, nor their enforcers, have any authority over me.
He's put his reasons down on paper in this declaration, filed with the Guilford County Register of Deeds 6 years ago.
Is a way of being very much in tune with our original documents, the Constitution, the Declaration, and declaring our rights back. In other words, I'm canceling all false contracts.
Peggs considers himself a pacifist, and he or any other sovereign could be your neighbor. But the FBI considers him and those that share his beliefs to be anti-government extremists and potentially domestic terror threats.
On a football field, there are sidelines, there are rules, there are referees, and that's the only thing that keeps it from being a melee, a ruckus. So if you have a contingent out there that believes that all of the rule book just doesn't apply to them, that's a problem whether it's in society or a football game. Either way, it creates chaos.
Greensboro Detective Corey Flowers and his partner Rob Finch are the experts on this movement. When the FBI and other departments need to understand these self-separatists, they call the Greensboro Police Department.
I wouldn't call it a cult because with a cult you have one charismatic leader.
The most common way police run into sovereigns is through traffic stops. Sovereigns don't like those.
I believe that the government is misusing these officers to raise money. So instead of being a protector of society, they are harassing society.
The items on this table are proof that some people in this movement have exited society, and in some cases, reality.
Mailed the original citation back to the trooper and writing refusal for cause on it, basically saying, I don't accept your contract. This is signed by Hillary Clinton, so I think we can, on its face, get rid of this. These are not vanity tags. They put them on the back and blatantly drive them in the city streets.
This stuff looks official. It's not.
It's fraudulent, not worth the paper it's printed on.
They believe these items are more legitimate than what you and I get from the DMV or from the federal government.
But it costs you $2 to make it, and these guys sell them for $150.
And if public officials interfere with these governments of one, there are consequences.
If they want to go out and sell property, this could become a problem.
In the Guilford County Register of Deeds office, you'll find dozens of property liens and lawsuits filed by sovereigns against public figures.
Guilford County DA has a $800 million lien filed against them. Our clerk of court, $800 million lien. 2 local law firms, $1 billion in liens. Bank of America, $200 billion. They got off easy.
It's been coined as paper terrorism.
We're trying to stay within the law. We're trying to stay nonviolent.
And some officers who just literally aren't trained up and don't know better often will, they'll derelict their duty because they're afraid of getting sued and getting liens on their properties.
Laugh all you want at a multi-million-dollar lien or lawsuit.
Well, as long as
Guilford County District Court Judge Tom Gerald did until he nearly missed the chance to refinance his house.
Phone rings and it's the closing attorney, and he says, well, Judge, I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is we've got you locked into that low rate. The bad news is you've got a $70 million lien against you.
Judge Gerald eventually got that figured out, and as of December 1st, it's a felony in North Carolina to file a false lien. Peggs sees it as a loss in the battle to be truly free. That's a battle that involves all of us, whether or not we choose to fight it.
I'm not representing any particular group. I don't have any axe to grind. I'm just like thousands of people across the country, concerned about why things aren't the way they're supposed to be.
In Greensboro, Mitch Carr, Fox 8 News.
Jim Pegg said his goal is not to turn anyone into a sovereign in his image. The point is to get people asking questions and looking into these things for themselves.